Hello, I'm Aaron Gemmel, and welcome to the premiere of season 7 of the Hot Seat Sports Talk. So excited to bring you the final season of this great show. And joining us today is Natalie Karlen of Central Michigan University's lacrosse team. You will find out a lot about how great of a player she was for Central in five seasons for the Chips. So without further ado, let's get this show started. So starting off, Natalie, for the viewers who don't know, where are you from and what other sports did you play in high school besides lacrosse?
So I'm from Hagerstown, Maryland, and I played basketball along with lacrosse in high school, but I also ski and I love to play other sports on the side. I play tennis often. So
Oh, okay. When did you first receive your first college offer for lacrosse, and did you receive basketball offers as well for college?
I did receive basketball offers. I didn't look into it too much, so I didn't get heavily recruited for that because I was focusing on lacrosse, but just smaller schools. Um, I was a little late to the recruiting game, so I had some looks, not necessarily offers, but the first main offer I got, I would say, was my late in my junior year. Old Dominion had interest in me. I remember that was one of the first ones. So just trying to look for the right fit and then eventually found CMU.
Yeah, so like you said, Old Dominion, it's a pretty big school to reach out. So how many colleges did reach out to, and did you take visits to Old Dominion and other schools?
I actually only took a visit to JMU, which is James Madison University, and CMU. So once again, I was a little late. I had a bunch of smaller school offers. I talked to a decent amount of schools, I'd say, but none of them really seemed right. I was very interested in JMU. It ended up not working out, and then visited Central, and then ended up really liking that. So
So, like as you said, it was between James Madison and Central Michigan. So being from Maryland, what ultimately made you choose Central Michigan over James Madison for your academic and lacrosse career? And what stood out about Central that against James Madison?
Well, they were a little bit on the done side of recruiting. So I was one of the last spots, which also means they didn't have a ton of money to give. So that was an advantage that Central had over them, which was good. I ended up loving the school when I visited Central. I never really heard of it, so I thought it was cool to see new beginnings. And I've never been to Michigan before, so it was cool to just see a new area and be kind of far from home. I'm definitely a homebody, but it was cool to get that experience and felt like a very family oriented place. So I fit in well there.
Yeah, was it difficult in any way adjusting not only as a student on campus, but as a freshman player as well, coming to a mid-American school?
Yeah, definitely. I don't think I realized it at the time how hard it was, but looking back, I was definitely struggling a little bit. Um, like I said, I am a family person, so being away from them was hard, but it was nice that they would come to some games, and so I got to see them. But definitely trying to earn your spot and come into a new team as hard as a freshman, so that was hard at some points.
Yeah, especially coming from a school that you didn't even know that existed to a certain point.
Yeah.
Especially from Maryland. But the one thing that's kind of the same was probably for you is just the snow and the cold weather and stuff like that. That probably wasn't a big alarm. So in 2017, as a freshman, you played in 16 games, 12 starts, 20 points. You had 3 game-winning goals. You had a hat trick in your college debut. Tell me what was your mindset going in as a freshman? Like, were you expecting to make an impact as a starter, or just learn from the seniors that were on that team?
I forgot to say this earlier. Since Central, it was a second year program when I got there. So when recruiting, I also viewed that as a good opportunity for me to get a chance to play when I came in and earn a spot. So we only had sophomores when I arrived and one junior. So going in, I knew I had to work hard and earn my spot, but it was nice knowing that there was a better chance with um, the number of people and the age on the team. So
Yeah. So in 2018, you seem to hit your stride in the Southern Conference. First, I didn't had no clue Central was a part of the Southern Conference. I thought they were always part of the Mid American. It's also con recognition, academics, 56 points. I mean, there's a whole paragraph I could keep going on with your statistics that I got from Central. So with that, uh, you had a fantastic year with the team, and you guys went 11-7 that year. So tell me, what was the off season like between your freshman season and sophomore season like? Also, to see your successes on the field on and off, was it as you hoped?
I definitely say my freshman year coming in, I definitely got the vibe of what my role is, what I need to do, what I need to work on. And then at the end of the year, you always have a meeting with the coaches and we discuss all of that too, like your performance, what they think you need to work on, what I think I need to work on, and what I did well at. So I think taking all of that advice and just viewing what I saw throughout that year, um, I focused on what I needed to that summer. And I think that's where I started to begin to feel more comfortable with the team and all of that. So knowing what I needed to do and then just executing when I got there.
So it seems like so when I was doing my research for your statistics, it seems like the more recent it is, the better seasons you've had. So in 2019, you had another dominant season individually, but the team failed to have a winning record. Was it frustrating for you knowing that you were leading the team in goals, assists, and many other stats, but you guys could not post a winning record that season?
Um, Not necessarily because I know how hard the team works and that we always give it our all. So I know that I have to do my job and others do theirs. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. I mean, it's unfortunate that we didn't get to where we needed to be, but I know just trusting the process and hoping for better next year.
Yeah, but you guys did make that Southern Conference championship, losing against Mercer. But take me through the atmosphere for that game, because for pregame, what were your thoughts heading in during the game? Because it was a really close game against Mercer. And did you think at the time back in 2019 that you guys would be in position or in that same position, ready to win a MAC title or a Southern Conference title the next season?
This was 2019, so that would be my junior year. Sorry, I'm just trying to think back to
Yep.
it. Um, I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, no problem. So you guys made that Southern Conference championship. You guys lost to Mercer. It was a tight game, but take me through the atmosphere of that conference championship game. The pregame. What were your thoughts going in, and what were your thoughts during the game? Because it was a close contest.
Yeah, Mercer's a good team, and we knew that coming into that because we play them once in the regular season, and I believe we beat them. I'm not sure if I'm correct on that or not, but so we know how they are, and it is hard to beat the same team twice. So we had to come in and kind of change our game plan a little bit with that. I like the pressure of big games and stuff, so I'm usually more to myself before big games and just have my headphones in to get my head right and mind right for that. But yeah, I'm not really sure how it ended. I know we lost. I can't remember my feelings during the game, but I remember it being close and they were just a tough opponent.
Yeah, your mind just tunnel visions on that. Focus on what's going on
Mhm.
around you. Just focus on what's going on in that field. So, tell me more about your position. I've just now have gotten familiar with lacrosse. I've seen the team play a lot this year at home. So your position is attacker. So you tell me more about what that position is?
So basically offense. So the main goal is to score goals, obviously assist. You ride the ball back often. If we have a turnover, if say I miss a goal, I have the opportunity to get the ball back before it crosses a certain line. So that's another job of mine. Um, Calling the plays, running through the plays, basically all that.
That's interesting to hear that lacrosse has. I've never heard of lacrosse running type of plays because there's football, basketball, even like hockey runs plays. But in a sense, lacrosse has the feels of hockey in a way.
Yeah.
That's very interesting to hear. So going back to that Southern Conference championship in your junior year, did you guys think that you would be back in that same position next season, ultimately hopefully winning a Southern Conference slash Mid American championship?
Yeah, I think so, especially because we saw how far we got. And then the Mid American Conference, this is the first year that the conference is a part of lacrosse. So that's why
Yeah.
we moved to that. So I think we saw that as a good opportunity again. Oh, a fresh start, new conference, newer teams. This should be good to us. We're one of the more experienced teams. We actually were number one on the preseason poll. So, and me and three other fifth years decided to come back. So that put us in a good position. So we're hopeful for this season.
Yeah. So I'm going to get to the 2020 season, or what was that fragment of the season in just a sec.
Yeah.
But I another one segment that I have done with every single guest I've done here, Natalie, is called Rapid Fire Seven. Seven just random questions, just to get to know you better. So, what is your favorite movie of all time?
Love and basketball.
Really? Okay. What was your favorite place to travel for games of lacrosse in your career?
South Carolina. It was so pretty there, and the weather was so nice compared to Michigan. So,
Yeah, I agree. I agree on that. Your favorite music artist and song by that artist?
hmm, probably Cody Johnson, Me and My Kind, country singer.
Okay. Favorite memory off the field at CMU?
Hmm. Probably just moving into my first off-campus house with all my friends and teammates. Just getting out of the dorms was a nice feeling. So,
Oh, cool. Okay. Did you live real quick? Because I'm moving off the dorms. Where did you stay off campus?
909 South University Street.
Okay. I'm moving to Copper Beach and at the
Oh,
end.
nice.
So, um, your favorite sport to watch?
Football.
Football. Favorite team?
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, okay. Okay. Good. You're not a Lions fan. That's good.
Yeah,
Surprise, being from Maryland, you're not a Ravens fan. No.
no,
Surprise.
not already.
Surprising. Go for the rival instead. I like it. Um,
Yeah.
what was your go-to food during the pandemic slash quarantine and stuff like that?
I'd rather eat in than eat out, and I like seafood a lot, so probably salmon.
Okay. And favorite place to eat at Central slash the city of Mount Pleasant?
Midori.
Dore. Okay, I've heard of them. Yeah. Okay.
Sushi.
Yeah, I've heard of them, just haven't gone in there because I'm not a big fan of seafood. So so like I said before, the rapid fire seven, entering that 2020 season, you guys played some tough opponents around like Notre Dame, Marquette, Cincy. You picked up a win against Stenson, then your season and basically the world came to a halt with the pandemic. Where were you when you got the call from your coach saying that your senior season was done? Like, were you emotional knowing that at the time that you may never play for Central again?
Yeah, so we actually were traveling. We heard some rumors of some other games and teams and schools getting canceled, but we were on our way to Akron to go play them. And we turned the bus around and drove back to Central. And then we had a meeting, and that's when our coach told us, and it was horrible. I've probably never cried that much in my life, but yeah, I never would have expected to come back for a fifth year. So in my eyes, I was never going to play again. So I think that really hit hard that, yeah, I won't be back playing.
Yeah, I can ultimately I can't even imagine just being a collegiate senior in any sport. Not just lacrosse, but every other sport at Central and around the conference and the country. For those seniors for their season just to be canceled, just boom, just gets canceled so quick. Um, but now going into 2021 with the pandemic on its back burner, you were granted another season of eligibility as a fifth year. Tell me, first of all, how did that whole process work? Getting a fifth year, did the NCAA did you apply for it? Did the NCAA give you it? How did that work?
So our coach mentioned it to us seniors that we wanted to come back. We had the option to. Everyone's on different scholarships, and I think, or I believe that the NCAA will, not sure if they're paying for it or who, but you get exactly what you had your senior year for another year, money wise. So if you wanted to come back, you have the option. You can't get any more money. They can't, yeah, give you more to come back or anything like that. So that was our option.
Okay. So, and what did it mean to you knowing that you are going to, play another season for the Chips? I obviously probably ecstatic, right?
Yeah, I was very excited. I think they gave us a date to decide by, and I just kept pushing it off, never thought about it. I didn't want to think about it because I was still upset and fresh in my head. But one day it just hit me and I was like, I have to go back and finish this and keep playing.
So with you being a fifth year senior, like were you determined before you left because you got another year to help like the incoming players like the freshmen or the transfer sophomores, transfer juniors out, just kind of like not the same way that you, because when you came in, like you said, a couple sophomores and a couple juniors and mostly freshmen. So did you take it upon yourself to try and build those younger girls up as players?
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
So when they get ready to be in your position as seniors or fifth years, they can just, shine as a team just like you did your senior year.
Yeah, our team's very big on that, working with the younger players and preparing them, and our coaching staff's very big on that too. So every time we ever do a drill, you can't be with anyone your age. You always have to be with the younger player and just
Smart.
work for them. So yeah, we love to do that and just make them feel more comfortable with everyone too. So I think that gets them more comfortable around the team and ready to work and be prepared.
Yeah, well, you guys had a huge senior class this past 2021 season. Not only with you and about three other teammates of yours as fifth years, but you had another huge class of seniors going out. So, how do you feel about the team, like as it's getting younger, going into the next season? Like, do you plan on following the Chips and stuff like that for next season, just to see how they do, see how your former
So
teams do?
yeah, definitely. I'm close with a lot of the younger girls too, so it's definitely gonna be weird to watch them without me and my other fifth years on the field, but it'll be exciting to watch them and see what they learn and see the spots they fill in. So it'll be good.
So now in that 2021 season, this past season, it was you guys were placed in the MAC and you had what probably the best season in Central Michigan lacrosse history. Um, player of the MAC player of the year, first all MAC, broke three or four Central Michigan records. Now were you trying to chase those records coming into the season, or like was that a goal of yours, or did that just happen through the flow of the game?
Definitely I was aware of a couple of them and was excited to break them. Another reason why I wanted to come back and just accomplish what I know I could do. So a couple of those I was looking forward to. A few of the others just came along the way. I wasn't even sure. There's so many random records that you don't even know about that you can beat. So those came along, but yeah, definitely something I was looking forward to.
So now you're graduated CMU Chippewa. What did you get your degree in?
So my undergrad was in accounting, and then I did a graduate certificate in leadership.
Okay, awesome. Well, first of all, congratulations for graduating. That's awesome.
Thank you.
And that you actually got to have it in person. That's awesome as well. Just a little bit different, but you did get to have it, which is awesome. So finally, Natalie, I have for you, is there a record of yours that you hold that you are most proud of, or that is a favorite of yours to own?
I'd probably say tie with um actually all-time points is probably my favorite because it shows
Cool.
both assist and goals. It's not just one or the other, so I like that.
Okay, I did not know that at assists and full goals they count together. So
Yeah.
that's compared to any other sport, they're different stats. So
Yeah.
um, so that's very interesting to know. So now looking back, do you believe that you're one of the greatest in Chippewa's history with everything you're accomplished in career? Why or why not?
Hmm. It's weird talking about yourself, but I guess yeah, based off of just the
Just
stats and
statistic
stuff.
wise.
Statistic wise, yeah. I think I definitely wouldn't have gotten there with a lot of the players with me. And like I said, the assist, obviously, I have to assist to someone, and half of my goals are probably from someone assisting to me. So I think it just comes from the team and how hard we've all worked, and to get not just me, but the team there in general with how far we've grown over the years.
Yeah, because it's definitely a unbelievable. Just seeing all your career and also following lacrosse. So you're then posting, you know, conference player of the week. You know, Natalie broke another record. There's another record broken, another one shattered. It was just incredible to watch, just to read, but it was also incredible to watch in person. Because that I tell you what, that sport looks very, very exhausting compared to football and stuff like that. Because that seems like it never ends,
Yeah.
um, except at the halves. So I mean, it's definitely a very good, very cool sport. You've had a fantastic career and a fantastic guest here. And Natalie, I greatly appreciate you coming on today.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so just I hope everything in your future goes well. I would say good luck next season, but there is your lacrosse career is done. Maybe there are pro teams out there. I have no clue. But you probably want to go out and explore, explore your life, enjoy your life. Um, so other than that, have a fantastic summer, and it was an honor having you on for the final season here.
Thank you. You too. Have a great summer.
Man, what a great way to kick off the final season ever of the Hot Seat Sports Talk. Natalie, obviously a fantastic person, a fantastic had man, what a fantastic way to kick off season number 7 of the Hot Seat Sports Talk. Guest number 37. So about 14 more to go, 13 more to go, right around there. So because we're celebrating 50 guests in 5 years. So Natalie, CMU all-time goals leader, single season points record, single season goals record, offensive player of the year, 5th year as a Chippewa, her first team all-MAC, all academic. I have 3 pages of statistics for her right here next to me, but it's time to end the show. So with that, make sure you subscribe to our channel. As always, make sure you hit that bell icon so you get notifications. Follow us on Instagram at @the_hot seat all in one _sports talk. And then follow us on Facebook at Aaron space THSST. That is Aaron THSST, abbreviation for the Hot Seat Sports Talk. So you are aware of all the postings, all the new guest announcements and stuff like that for the final season. We're making this the best season we possibly can. So with that, this episode is done. I'm your host, Aaron Gemmel, and until the next installment, as always, keep it fresh.